Hey, welcome, Thirsty Amigos. Thanks for joining me on this episode. On this episode, I am going to be tasting a Reposado special release from ESPOLÓN, and this is a seasonal release, and it's paying tribute to Day of the Dead, Día de Los Muertos. So, if you're familiar with ESPOLÓN, back in the day, they used to be these metal labels right here, and that was all about the fighting cock. Cockfighting is what they're all. ESPOLÓN, right, means spur, if I remember right. But this was the packaging back in the day. See, these bottles are from 2004 and 2002 right here. So yeah, they used to be in this packaging, and then for whatever reason, and they used to be like, I think the Blanco was like $30-$40, and then 50, and then probably up to 50 to 60 for the Añejo. Or this is the Añejo right here. But so they went from that packaging to this, what you're seeing here, and what they have on their packaging. There's a lot of the Day of the Dead artwork on here and stuff, which is really cool. I love that. I have a huge poster, like a Subway poster, in one of my rooms, and it's a really cool artwork. I love it. But then they went to this packaging right here, and they kind of had the theme of the Day of the Dead, which is pretty cool. But they still had the fighting cock, and especially this one's from Mexico. You can see, I'll show a little picture of it, but you can still see in all of their stuff, they still have at least the cocks in there somewhere in their artwork. So they have that Day of the Dead theme. So now they have this. I think it came out, this is a year old, so I bought it in 2024, and that was the first year of the launch. It doesn't say, it just says seasonal release. It doesn't say the year, like 2024 or 2025 edition, like that. So I was gonna do a video on it last year, but just ran out of time and didn't get it done in time. So I kept it sealed. But this special seasonal release, they've changed the packaging. It has the altar that you make for Day of the Dead to so the dead can come visit or come to the living, and they visit for the Day of the Dead, the 2-day festival. And marigolds are huge part of the celebration, because two things: the aroma that they put off, the aroma. I'm going to say or I can't talk. Odor. It's the smell, the floral aroma that they put off is very intense. So that, combined with the yellow gold color, the bright, vibrant color that the marigolds have, help guide the dead to where the altars are for the living. So it's kind of like two things: the brightness of the flower and the aroma is guiding the dead to the living, so they can visit on the special nights of Day of the Dead. So this pays homage to that. So this is a Reposado ESPOLÓN Flor de Oro Tequila Reposado with natural Marigold Extract. So there's the connection right there. So they've taken the marigold color right here, and they put it in the artwork and the labeling, which is beautiful. And then the artwork here, you see that in the B-roll, which is really cool. So they have the altar and all the marigold stuff, and you put things out that the person that has died that you want to connect to, you put stuff out on the altar that they liked when they were living, that will help bring them here. Any hobbies, food, all kinds of stuff that you can put on these altars. They're really, really cool stuff. So this was made with marigold extract. We're going to see what it is. Usually this packaging is around $40, $39. I got lucky when it came out. It was on sale for like $20, so I picked it up and said, hey, I can't lose for $20. ESPOLÓN's a good brand. Supposedly they're additive free. They're just, they're not the super complex, although I did like their extra añejo and the special release that was in whiskey barrels or bourbon barrels. So this one I figured to give it a try. And let me read real quick to you, and I'll show you some more pictures of the artwork and stuff. Known in Mexico as the flower of the dead, the vibrant Mexican marigold, the I'm going to butcher this up. Cempasúchil is a symbol of our annual celebration of Dia de los Muertos. These blooms are used to decorate altars to the dead, known as ofrendas, that honor and celebrate those who have passed. The Reposado Tequila is a celebration of Dia de los Muertos tradition, rested in oak barrels and finished with a natural marigold extract. The result is a flavor with sweet notes of roasted agave, vanilla, a bitter floral note of marigold, cacao nibs, and cinnamon. The aroma carries a hint of orange peel, oak, floral, and caramel notes. So we'll see if we pick those up. So yeah, so this is still at the same NOM 1440 as these were 1440 back in the day. So let's open this up. Let's try this. Let's check it out. The Reposado has I don't know if it's the color of the bottle or the label that's throwing me off, but it has like a orange tint to it. Yes, nice synthetic cork. Let's get this in here. All right. So Reposado, they don't say how long this is aged. If I'll look up on their website and dig deeper to see if I can find out, but it does just say it's aged in oak barrels. Rested flavor, sweet notes, and yeah, just rested in oak barrels. So it doesn't say if they're bourbon or not. All right, the color, yeah, it has a gold, but a slight tint of orange, but mostly like a gold, like a classic Reposado color on it, like that. Legs and tears are really slow to form. There's a lot of tears, and the legs are slow to go once they get going. Yeah, it looks good in the glass. Really, it's a nice Reposado. Smell it. Oh, okay, yeah, lots of. I get oak for sure. Some wood oak, some vanillin from there. I get a bitter note, like they said. I don't know if that's the marigold or like the orange rind, like a bit like a bitter orange rind. But there is a citrus hint there. Caramel, I don't get the caramel notes on the nose, personally. Let's see, what else did they say here? That's for the flavor, but the aroma that carries hints of orange peel, which I can get that. Oak, yep. I don't know if it's power of suggestion, but that's the first thing I smell was oak. And then the bitter orange peel. Vanilla for sure. Floral, maybe a little bit of floral. Not too much though. All right, let's taste this bad boy. All right, cheers. Salud. Oh wow. That's got a. It's not overly sweet, but it has a sweet taste to it. There is an orange citrus, probably orange. A little sweet and bitter. It's sweet on the attack and bitter on the finish. Not in a bad way though, in a good way. There is some vanilla in there for sure. What do they say on the flavor again? Sweet notes of roasted agave. There's a hint of agave in there. Bitter floral note. Yeah, there it is, of the marigold. So the marigold and the orange peel are probably cacao nibs. I don't get any cacao nibs. I don't get any chocolate on there. Cacao. I don't get any of that. But the flavor, that's a good sipping Reposado. It's very interesting. The finish is it lingers a little bit, but it's complex enough where you're trying to pick out, especially when they describe, marigold extract, which I've never had anything with marigold extract before. So it's kind of like, are you trying to pick that out purposely, and is that affecting your taste? But it does taste good. Not super complex. I mean, it's not the most complex Reposado you're going to have. It doesn't taste artificial. Like I don't get any false sweeteners or anything in there, and the mouthfeel feels normal. It doesn't feel like it's overly thick or anything like that, the viscosity. So that's good to know. But I'd say, yeah, if you find this $40, that's, I mean, it's good for a novelty, but I don't think it's, if you find it on sale, I would just, like I did, like $20 or so, I would definitely grab it. But if you're curious about it, see if anywhere, any bars or anybody, or if you know anyone, or stop by here if you want to, and we can try it and see if you pull out Marigold extract. But there is a hint of something, but it could be the orange or the Marigold extract. I don't know how much is in there to affect it. So with that, so here's a question: if it has Marigold extract in it, is that an additive? Some people are going to say, well, it has an additive in it for that. So that's an interesting question that I'm not going to tackle here. So we'll let everyone else decide that. But so yeah, this is a good. This would be good to sip on. Something simple. It's not gonna blow your mind compared to like the regular repo. Which that's a good point. Let me. I have the regular repo here. Let's see. Let's see if there's a difference here. Color wise, yeah, it's a little bit different color on this repo. Does smell a lot different. Yeah, this one's a little bit more sweeter note. Yeah, this tastes. Yeah, so they're definitely. This has a lot more flavors going on than this one. This one tastes just like a regular. If you've had Espolón, it's not going to blow your mind, but it's a decent sipper. Definitely a good mixer. But there are better priced mixers out there if you want to try to find those. But yeah, this one's different enough from this one. This one tastes like I say, a classic repo. Has a little bit of oak, a little bit of like a musty, dirty dirt flavor to it. This one might be a little bit more sweeter with the citrus note in it and everything. So I'd say it's different enough to try for sure. So like I said, it's worth getting, but just don't pay too much for it. It seems like they did try hard to make it different than their regular Reposado, so it does have a different flavor profile for sure. So I would say it's good. How often am I going to go back to this? I'm not sure. Probably, maybe every year at this time, pull it out and celebrate with everyone with it and have a shot. But I don't know if I would make a cocktail with it because it's unique enough. We're just use it on its own. But you never know if you want to make a cocktail to celebrate the life of someone who's passed. Definitely, this would be a cool thing to mix. If you've made cocktails with this, let me know what you did, because that would be interesting to see how the Marigold extract plays with a cocktail. So, like in a margarita, I don't know how well it would do, but a different type of cocktail, I think you could get creative with this flavor profile. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining me. I know I've been rambling on. Until next time, if you do celebrate Day of the Dead, salute to everyone out there that does. And we will see you next time on the next show. Salud.